Welcome. I am Patricia Singleton Parr, Chair for the production of The Magic of the Boys and Girls Club. It is a pleasure to welcome you here this evening as you sit back and enjoy our production. We are honored you are all taking time out of your day to spend some time with us and let us share with you about our clubs. We want to thank you for your support of the Boys and Girls Club. I know you believe in the mission of our clubs because you support us and what we are doing in the community. Like so many other things this year, this evening looks a little different than usual. We thank you for your flexibility and hope you will enjoy this opportunity to exchange your ties and heels for loungewear and slippers. We will give you a couple of minutes to heat some water and mix your beverage. Now, without further ado, let me introduce tonight's host, the magician, as he takes us for a behind-the-scenes look into the magic of the Boys and Girls Club.
Ladies and gentlemen of the PD area and beyond, I am the magician and welcome to the magic of the Boys and Girls Club. We hope that you've come ready to be thrilled and delighted. Maybe you know a thing or two about our clubs. Maybe you're a donor, a longtime board member, or even a volunteer. However, what you might not know is that there are 5 key ingredients that go into the club. Before we get started, I would like to invite you to go ahead and get your bewitchingly delightful brew ready. All you need is a cup of hot water. Go ahead and do that, and once you're ready, get prepared to join us for the magic of the Boys and Girls Club. We hope you're ready to be spellbound by the testimonies of youth, parents, teachers, alumni, and community members just like you. Now that you've made it back to your seats, let me begin with our first and most important ingredient, kids. We serve over 4,000 kids across the Florence, Williamsburg, and Darlington counties each year. In Florence County, we serve kids in clubs from every local public school. Though our kids come from diverse backgrounds, each and everyone is able to find something at the Boys and Girls Club that sparks their interest, whether that be art, sports, STEM, or simply quality time with peers and staff.
Say, shouldn't we meet some of these kids instead of listening to you all evening?
Look. I'll see what I can conjure up. But, you know, kids come to the club for a variety of reasons. Most of all, because it's fun. But here at the Boys and Girls Club, we like to call it fun with a purpose. So, let's take a look and meet some club members to see what they value the most in the Boys and Girls Club.
The thing that I like most about the Boys and Girls Club is all the fun activities that we do here and all the games that we play and all the sports in the gym.
Having a lot of fun and like building robots and stuff like that. Having fun events.
At the Boys and Girls Club, I like to teach the kids with their homework and how to play soccer that I love.
It helps you learn, it helps you do whatever you want to accomplish in life.
My favorite staff is Miss Io. She's the art teacher here. She's really nice.
My favorite staff member is Mr. Hilton because he had made me become a better person.
The best thing that happened at the Boys and Girls Club was when Christmas shopping.
It's helped me socialize with more people, and it's helped me do a lot of things. Like, people here help me with my homework, and that's how I'm in 7th grade today.
The Boys and Girls Club have impacted me because it was my first job.
My most memorable moment at the Boys and Girls Club is when I was the 2020 Youth of the Year, and I gave a speech, and that was really fun. I was nervous, but it was fun.
Wow, it was really amazing to see what kids love about the Boys and Girls Club. After all, they are the reason that we do what we do. And that truly makes me think that there's something magical going on inside the walls of the Boys and Girls Club. I really wish I could transport myself inside, you know?
Well, that might violate some fire codes. How about we meet some of the staff members who run the programs of the club?
I suppose that'll do. Let me dump club programs into the pot and see what we get.
My favorite part of the STEM lab is seeing these kids get that aha moment when it finally clicks in their head. And they're like, okay, this piece goes here. It's all, the beauty of the moment is really, it's really the only reason I still work here. It's just seeing that the pride in the kids that when they finally just get it.
At the Hartsville Boys and Girls Club, we offer several programs, but most of our programs fall under 3 categories. Either it's academic success, we do programming in healthy lifestyles, and character and leadership. One of our main programs that we have going on right now is we have a Smart Girls program, but within that Smart Girl program, they have developed a dance team. And for our young men, we have a Passport to Manhood program, which they have developed a STEP team in that program.
So the STEP team has improved the student lives because it gives them structure. Everything about stepping is about structure and discipline. So I'm able to apply that same skills that they use for stepping is the same thing that I tell them to. I usually compare the classroom because I also work at the school. So if you can stay in line for step because your feet have to touch the ground at the same time, same skills apply in your classroom. So if you can do this, you can definitely sit in your classroom and follow directions.
Well, one thing is for sure, it's no wonder why kids love the Boys and Girls Club. But they're not the only ones that benefit from the club. For instance, parents need to know that their kids are safe and secure in between the time it takes from school to home. And the Boys and Girls Club provides that. So, without further ado, we're going to add parents to our cauldron and see what happens.
My journey began with the Boys and Girls Club many years ago with my oldest child and continues today. Initially for me, it was just free daycare, but for my kids, it was so much more. I believe that when my son started attending the daycare, the slogan was, "The club that beats the streets," and that's what it was for him. My middle child resisted coming to the Boys and Girls Club, but eventually learned to love it. As a matter of fact, she loved it so much that she worked here as a staff member. I asked her why she wanted to work at the Boys and Girls Club. She indicated because someone impacted her life and she wanted to be able to impact the life of others. I am extremely grateful for the Boys and Girls Club, each and every director, staff, and volunteers for contributing to the growth and development of my children. As the African proverb goes, it takes a village, and I thank you for being my village.
It sounds like parents get just as much from the Boys and Girls Club as the kids do.
You know, the impact of Boys and Girls Clubs goes beyond the child and family. It reaches into the community too. Let's hear from these community leaders about the impact of Boys and Girls Clubs have beyond their walls.
That's a great idea, but who are you again?
I'm, well, you know, let's not worry about that. Just add the community partners so we can hurry up and finish this delicious magician's brew.
I guess that's good enough for me. Let's add community partners to the brew.
The relationship between Department of Juvenile Justice and the Boys and Girls Club are specifically our teen after-school program centers, task sites that mainly deal with our prevention and intervention youth that may penetrate the system, and also dealing with our kids that are currently under supervision, help nurture them and become better youth.
Our relationship with Boys and Girls Club goes back many years. They provide an after-school program for us and other support services. We've had after school again for many years, but also in the recent years we've had academic support or pull-outs with literacy.
The benefits of referring youth to the Boys and Girls Club are to get nurturing, structured environment, a place where they can be themselves, a safe haven.
The difference that the Boys and Girls Clubs have made in our school is quite significant. They provide support for our students. Not only are our teachers providing a caring community, also Boys and Girls Club comes in right after school. So when the bell rings at the end of the day, the Boys and Girls Club staff, they move in and it's just a continuation of services. They provide meals for the students after school. They provide opportunities for recreation, academic assistance. and also teaching students soft skills as we work to prepare students with the profile of the South Carolina graduate, and making sure that students understand the way of having fun, but also in learning and being respectful and being a team player and all the soft skills that we would want our graduates to obtain or being taught at a young age with Boys and Girls Club.
Yes, I have seen successes come from the Boys and Girls Club. Currently, we have a young man that is employed through my office that was a part of the program who is doing well. He received the nurturing and structure here, and I'm very proud of him.
But with Boys and Girls Club, it's a great opportunity for our students to take after school assistance when they could be at home by themselves or they could be in a larger facility. They just have more opportunities for reinforcement with soft skills, one-on-one skills, and just reinforcing what we do and what our mission is. And so again, we are trying to build great students with outstanding character, and Boys and Girls Clubs, they assist us with that. And we're very fortunate to have the partnership that we have. And all this is provided to our parents free of charge. There are no charges involved, including transportation after school. So again, we're very fortunate for the partnership, and we look forward to many more years working with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Florence.
My additional comments and thoughts about the Boys and Girls Club collaboration with Department of Juvenile Justice, that hopefully in the future it could continue because of the numbers of positive things that have happened, the youth that have received nurturing, and the things that they have learned to become productive adults in their future.
It just keeps getting better and better. It's hard to imagine what else we could add to this mix to make it even better. But maybe we should take a look at some of our venerable donors and see what keeps them serving the Boys and Girls Club. Let's add donors to this cauldron.
I've been a youth group leader for many, many years. And the one thing that I've seen is that there's like this squad. And when you have a squad, it's like there's that real connection. And that's a very thing that I see with Boys and Girls Club, is that there's this real connection with the students, with these kids, and that they know that their leader is there through thick and thin. And their leader knows them and their quirks and their gifts and the things that they don't like. And that camaraderie, that intimacy, that is priceless, because that's exactly what our youth needs. And so that's why I give, and that's why I volunteer for the Boys and Girls Club.
Our resources serve 750 kids a day at 6 locations throughout the PD. We provide a safe place, a sense of belonging after school for kids to come do homework, to learn from mentors, volunteers in the organization, to socialize, to have fun. To get exercise and to learn healthy life skills and habits that will serve them for a lifetime.
First and foremost, let me tell you what I thought the Boys and Girls Club was about. I thought that it was just a safe haven to get kids off the street. And albeit that's very important, but coming and serving on the Boys and Girls Club, I find that it is just so much more than that. I've heard stories of these students who really feel like that they have been seen. And that's so important when I look at kids nowadays, that they don't know, do people really see me? And then if you see me, do you care about me? And that's what I find here at the Boys and Girls Club, is that there are volunteers and people who work here who really do see the students, and the students know that. And not do they see them, but they see their giftings and their abilities. And then the programs and everything that's created is created to strengthen them, to encourage them, to grow them, as well as like the life skills and just the, well, right here in the computer lab, there's just so much opportunities. And so that's probably my answer for it.
Our investment impacts the club daily. You allow parents to work a full workday knowing that their kids are going to be taken care of after school. Our 120 staff are able to be with these kids as an extension of the school and the family. Your generosity provides a club experience and access to opportunities that our kids otherwise may not have.
Two words that come to mind when I think of the Boys Club here is fiscally responsible. I have been on the board and I am amazed at how every single dollar and cent is carefully looked over and is utilized. For every program, I mean, they're inspecting even cleaning supplies, every single dollar and cent, and they're wanting to use it wisely, and that really speaks to me, because it's not just, well, we've got all this money, what new things can we do? They're looking at what they're doing, they're looking at what they can do, and how is it best being used for the students. And I think that that's worthy of giving to, and that's why I love being a part of this.
Wow, the donors really add a lot to the Boys and Girls Club. I have a question for you though. What do Denzel Washington, Misty Copeland, and Shaquille O'Neal all have in common? That's right, they all spent their former years at a Boys and Girls Club. We have some of our very own famous alumni. Here are a few of them to show you how the Boys and Girls Club has impacted their lives.
My most memorable moment at the Boys and Girls Club, I actually have two. They're specific events. One was lock-ins. Man, I love the weekend lock-ins that covered the weekend, whether it was Halloween or 4th of July. We had the lock-ins where everybody be locked in the gym, and it just be everybody who's in your age bracket locked in the gym from the age, 13 to 15 or 16 or something like that. And we'll just be up all night either playing basketball, playing video games, getting to eat all the snacks and everything you want that you couldn't get at home.
My most memorable moment out of several, I would have to say winning the 2001 State Youth of the Year. That was just an experience that helped shape me for college and the life after college and everything else, but it was a great opportunity to meet a lot of great people and also meet the governor at the time, but that was just something that kind of sticks out more than anything else.
A staff member that made an impact on me at the Boys and Girls Club? Oh man, I gotta pick one, there's so many. Definitely Mr. Zimmerman. Always being that silent but deadly voice that come out the office and could correct everybody in the building. Definitely Mr. Z.
Something that I learned from the Boys and Girls Club that I use today, I would probably say selflessness, giving, and compassion.
One of my most memorable moments from the Boys and Girls Club is being a part of the Torch Club and the Keystone Club. The Torch Club and the Keystone Club is a club that is for preteens and teenagers, and they are basically learning life skills. They're learning how to financial literacy. They're learning just day-to-day things of the real world. So I remember that's one of my most memorable moments from the Boys and Girls Club.
There were several staff members that made an impact on my life. Number one, I'm going to give him his credit is that Mr. Z, Mr. Neil Zimmerman, man. He offered me my first job and just a lot of things that go along with that. Still to this day, we have a great relationship. So Mr. Neil Zimmerman definitely had an influence on my life.
Yeah, so the staff member that made an impact on my life is Ms. Gia Wolf. She was one of the Torch Club staff members that was over the Torch Club. I love Ms. Gia. She's also ended up being my 9th grade biology teacher, and I love taking biology with her as well. She's a great person. I can tell that she was passionate about what she did. She actually cared about us, and she actually wanted us to succeed in whatever we did. So Ms. Gia Wolf, that's my most memorable staff member.
Something that I learned at the Boys and Girls Club that I still use today, the value in relationships.
Something that I have learned from the Boys and Girls Club that I use today is leadership skills and confidence. I'm currently an attorney here in Florence, South Carolina, and something that I need in this field is confidence. But at the Boys and Girls Club, they taught us that we can be ourselves while working together with people, and that helps build confidence, because to know that you can work in a team helps build confidence. So the Boys and Girls Club taught me confidence and leadership skills because of the different activities such as the Torch Club that I was also the president of the Keystone Club at one point, so learning leadership skills.
My Boys and Girls Club experience in one word? Powerful.
My Boys and Girls Club experience in one word, I would probably say enlightenment.
If I had to describe my Boys and Girls Club experience in one word, that word would simply be foundation. It laid a great foundation for my life. To this day, I can still go back and feel like I'm at home, can build, and it's just something that I built upon, the relationships, continuing to talk to some of the people to this day, but it really, truly laid a great foundation for my life.
Thank you for helping us influence and encourage our kids to become caring citizens and to reach their full potential. If we don't, then who will? You know, we have wonderful leadership in our organization, from club directors to executive director of our organization, Neil Zimmerman, to the folks that manage and serve even in the areas that don't touch our kids every day. They make the club work. But I want to talk for a minute about the all-stars of our organization, and that's our 120 staff members that are here every day for our kids, that have the smiling face, that know their name when they come into this club every day. That is so critically important. And you know, our staff serve a unique position. Sometimes they may be an extension of the family as a parent, sometimes they're the extension of the school as a teacher, but they have a unique place to reach these kids and to impact their lives every day. One of the most important things that I've learned in my tenure is that kids want structure. They want consistency. They want accountability, stability. They want to have someone that they know they're going to report to, and they'll be encouraged and influenced and corrected when they need to be corrected, but also patted on the back when they need to be rewarded for progressing. And we see those things happen every day in this club, and it's a privilege. You know, one of the other things that's just reinforced is that relationships matter. You know, at the end of the day, it's the relationships with people. It's the relationships between an adult mentor and a child that matter, that can change the course of that child's life. And you know, we hear stories from alumni that come in and talk to the board meeting, or that we meet throughout different events. And the alumni talk about those 2 or 3 different people in their lives that mentored them and put them on a new path. And so another testimony that I just thought I would share would be that the alumni, many of our alumni, bring their children back to this club and this organization, and that speaks volume as far as the perpetuation and reaching generations and encouraging that mission statement to become fulfilled. Well, I would just like to thank each of you for joining us and participating in our event tonight. We appreciate your support of time and money. It's a worthy investment. It changes lives. I promise as a board member that we will make sure we will be a good steward of your resources. In fact, I'll promise you that for every dollar that you donate to the organization, it will return tenfold. And that's powerful. And that's our commitment to this community. Thank you for the opportunity to share.